Okay, I'm back with PT's book. Peace Gita. Scriptures for the now. LotusOcean, Prashant, Trivedi. Hive mind. People, when quizzed deep enough, often say they don't know why they behave like they behave or did what they did. Since everything has a reason, no matter how much one denies it, there is an explanation, and it lies in Hive mentality. Oh, I even have a backrest. I found myself a seat. Very few individuals walk this planet, as very few souls are able to step out of the hive mind. If they see something wrong in the hive, they are fearful to point it out. For the fear of being excluded, this repeated lack of straightforwardness leads to a confused blind state, which makes it impossible to see things as they really are. Hive provides comfort and security, very similar to a beehive or a shepherd. Sheep get very fearful of being left behind in the herd, so one carries on following hive parameters, no matter how absurd or illogical, to make sure one keeps pace. The fact that the sheep herd is destined for factory knives is overlooked in the momentary security and the general umbrella for self-indulgent nonsense it provides. Hive Bravado. Oh, that's a big one. The Hive Bravado. In most, the confidence to do nonsense comes only from the hive encouragement and security blanket. Hive encouragement and security blanket. Most creatures who roar like lions, with hive backing, turn into squealing rats when separated from the hive. When alone, people lose most of the bravado, which made them challenge even the divine. Age of the individual. They are calling the present as the age of the individual. Just because many can lie on a bed, laze on a sofa, talk on a mobile phone, guzzle alcohol and petrol, become a consumer of unnecessary items, they surely are unable to see that this so-called individuation has not made people rise above the mass hive muggle mentality. Their perspective remains as narrow as it ever was. Just because everyone is consuming more resources and doing whatever the heck they fancy doesn't make them an individual. In fact, individuals are only born out of the decision to serve the high and divine to gain higher perspective. It is a step which requires discipline, not just letting go and going crazy, which is a current mass definition of an individual, as seen in all their pop stars and rock stars, etc. Different or clones. Most people have at least another 100,000 exactly like them, prototype number 1, 2, 3, and so forth. Still, they all believe that they are different or have thoughts and emotions which are somehow their own and no one else's. Most of their thoughts and emotions come from social conditioning, which is in turn controlled by beings, forces, which control society. Everything about most people, muggles, is from the same limited box. To become an individual requires a separation from the hive, which most are unwilling to do. To become one of a kind requires proper sadhana penance, which most find daunting. So different does require doing really different and evolving, even if one is born as one of the clones. Acceptance. Acceptance. Most here seek acceptance from society and the people of society. Yeah. That's a big... acceptance. Kelowna! Oh, you're there! Hi, Kelowna! Qu'est-ce que tu fais? She loves it. So only few seek acceptance from higher and divine. The difference is more marked than between heaven and hell. Destiny or decision. Lot of people always talk about destiny when everything is just decisions. You gotta decide to decide. The reason why I'm here, it's only because I took the decision to put my phone on one day and make a video and talk and see if I can lift my voice without shaking. If my voice can be lifted without my voice shaking, and at one point it stopped shaking, and I've kind of found peace within, if you want to call it, and that's it. That's what allows you to constantly raise your vibe in the direction of higher and divine. Like, it's a day-to-day process with no stress. So destiny or decision? Decision. That's all it is about. Decision. Victim mentality. There is a lot of victim mentality going around in this world. People are always blaming other people and the system for their state. Yes, the system is evil, but one's own destiny lies in one's own ends. None can stop anyone from praising and serving higher and divine and raising one's souls and state. The truth is that most people who continuously complain about their lot in life are not willing to take an opportunity to change their state, even if it is presented freely. So the evil which keeps them in hell lies as much in them as it does in the system. I'll be back after.